It's the Next Level Podcast coming to you, Spring Break Edition. Of course, you know the podcast covers all things Ridgeview sports from right here at Ridgeview High School in Columbia, South Carolina. Meet the student athletes, coaches, staff, and more that make View County truly next level. We compete in Region V-AAA of the South Carolina High School League, and we've been serving the Northeast Columbia, South Carolina community since 1995. 12 state championships, 13 state runners-up. You can learn more about our athletic department at ridgeviewsports.com and across all social media platforms at Ridgeview Sports. My name's Brian Rosefield. I'm the athletic director here at Ridgeview High School. Here again on this spring break edition, I'm here joined by our boys track coach, Charles Proctor.
Man, what's going on? I am so glad to be on break. Y'all do not understand. This was much needed.
You sound relaxed. You look relaxed. I feel relaxed. Spring break, Monday, spring break feels good. We're here to talk a little bit about taking not an appropriate break, just kind of for me to share some thoughts, for you to share some thoughts about what's it like to get away from, in this case, sport as a coach, right, maybe sport as a student athlete, sport as a parent, maybe sport as a teacher, administrator around here at Ridgeview High School and around wherever you're listening to this podcast, just to give us some thoughts, just some things to think about as we go through this break to properly recharge.
Right. Yeah. I mean, look, I sent a text message out to my staff on Thursday. That was our last day of practice, and I told them, I said, hey, we're all Friday. We don't have a track meet Saturday. Please take these 3 days before today on Monday and just do absolutely nothing that has anything to do with track. Nothing that has anything to do with coaching. Like, do something that you enjoy that has nothing to do with the sport.
And so for you, you've been coaching for a long time.
Right.
I would imagine probably early in your career as a coach, you may have gotten that message from your head coach and say, yeah, whatever. Yeah, I'm still going to go out there. I'm still going to practice. I'm still going to do that. And so now with wisdom, you are now sending that message as a coach, head coach, saying, hey, get away. So what's your intended outcome for your staff and for you to be able to get away just for a couple of days before you get cranked back up today?
Right. Yeah. So, because, I mean, for us being a spring sport, spring break is right in the middle of our season. And so March is a real, I won't say stressful, but March is just extremely busy. We're sitting here with midweek track meets, weekend track meets, and over here at View County, we just came off of a nationals, indoor nationals. And so, there's been a lot of time and preparation and a lot of stress that's gone into just this early part of the season. And so, even though we really don't get a spring break because we're still practicing, but, we can still steal some time around, the first 3 days of the break, which was this past Friday, Saturday, Sunday. We'll practice Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, and then we'll steal another 3 days with being off. 4 days being off Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday, and then come back and get back right. And so, so the message just for them was to, I have some amazing coaches that I call them super coaches. They just love the sport. They love to be around it. They surround their life around it, and, just trying to remind them now with the wisdom that I have now that, a lot of us have families and, we have other hobbies that we've neglected, that, we spent so much time with other people's kids and with, building this program that, let's get back to spending times with our significant others and our children and just diving into things that we love to do that we typically don't get to spend a lot of time on during our season. And
to me, when I hear you say all of that, it's about recharging. We've said that a couple times already in this episode. And from a coach's perspective, from an administrator, teacher perspective, school staff perspective, anybody around working at a school, we're here to serve. We love kids. We love sport in this case. We want our kids to excel. We want our teams to excel. And also, if we are doing our coaching, our administrator, in this case was specifically coaching, from an empty place, from a place of not taking good care of ourselves. You hear a lot about self-care these days. And, yeah, of course, that means getting a massage every now and again if that's your thing, or meditating or journaling or whatever. But I've also been learning in my own life this definition of self-care is, am I doing the things that I really want to do? Am I going out, getting outside, taking a hike, playing some golf, or being around my good friends? And therefore, if I can do those things now, I feel better. And then when I show back up to administrate here or you show up to be able to coach your team, now you are feeling better. And so therefore, by you taking care of yourself, you are now taking better care of those around you. In this case, your athletes.
Oh yeah. I mean, it goes back, just like you said, to self-care. And I'm a firm believer in I can't be good for anybody else if I'm not good within. And so if I'm not feeling good, if I'm not feeling my best, there's absolutely nothing that I can give to anybody else. And like you said, we're in a serving capacity. And so this is definitely time that I urge my coaching staff to take so that they can, build back up their account of, just feeling good and feeling their best self. So when we come back, we can get ready to dive head first into this championship season that we'll be going into within the next 3 weeks.
Yeah. So I'm going to go ahead and tell you some of the things that I'm going to be doing this week to try to recharge, and I'm going to put you on the spot and see if you can tell me some of those things that you're looking at while you practice, like you said, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, and you're looking ahead to your weekend. But I've made a commitment to myself that I'm not going to turn the TV on for at least this Monday through Friday time frame. And
oh wow,
you may hear that, and our listeners may hear that and be like, what in the world, like, why are you not doing that? Like, for me, that is going to be a move towards self-care. It's going to help me get into books. I love reading, but I'm very quick to make an excuse like, oh, I'm just too tired to read, I'm just going to turn the TV on, and then I'll sit there for 30 minutes. And even if it's after a long day of work, and 30 minutes, 60 minutes, 90 minutes sometimes, if it's a good, and I love Ted Lasso on Apple TV Plus. Ted Lasso, if you're producers, if you're ever listening to this podcast, we'd love to have you on the podcast. But anyway, try to be able to put that TV down so I can get to do those things that are going to recharge, help me feel better, get outside, work in my yard. I have weeds that need to be cut, a garden that needs to be tended to. So just to get out from behind at least that piece of technology, that's going to help me feel better. And that may extend into a couple of weeks. We'll see how that goes. But how about for you? What are you thinking about for you?
Definitely spend a lot of time with the family. Typically during spring break, send the kids up to grandma and grandpa. And they spend the week in North Carolina. But I think I'm going to, instead of sending them up there for the week, I'm going to join them the latter part of the week. And so kill two birds, one stone. The kids get to see the grandparents, but I get to spend some time with my parents, man. So that'll be good. I know we're way overdue for a date night.
Oh yeah.
And so definitely got to take the lady out. I think we're super late on seeing Creed. We're big Creed fans.
Okay.
And so definitely gonna go see that. And whatever honey-do list that is on that I've been able to put off because I have track meets that I've been blaming it on, I'm sure I'll be working on that. Matter of fact, I got to work on the basketball goal. So I just bought the kids a basketball goal, Brian.
Good for you.
During Christmas.
Yeah.
I'm the least handy man that you will probably ever meet in your life.
Okay.
So the fact that it took me 3 hours to put this goal together, and I come home for a track meet and my goal is laying on the ground, broken up.
Oh no.
So I have purposely just left it on the ground because I was just so mad that they broke the goal that I just left it on the floor. And so it is on the ground in my yard. And so I'm gonna actually fix it over the break so the kids can get back playing basketball. The neighborhood, the kids across the street can come over, and that's one of the things that I wanted to have within the house. Our house being one of the houses that the kids want to come to, and so put the basketball goal back up for the kids, and so I gotta dig deep into my unhandyman bag and get this goal back together, y'all. So y'all be praying for me because that is not my strong suit.
I'm hearing a strong belief about yourself there that you are not handy. I'm hearing it. You're being clear. Part of me loves that from an honesty standpoint. But CP, I believe in you. I think you can get it done. And I'm there to help you too. So give me a holler. I'll bring a wrench or two over there.
If I could have set up a camera. To see how just set up a time lapse of how long it took me to put this. Now, I got the easiest goal that I can find. So y'all don't think that I got one of these big expensive goals with all these parts. No, it wasn't a lot of parts. I struggled with this. And so now that I got to put it back together, oh yeah, I got to build myself up for this right now.
Yeah. Well, and maybe for all of our entertainment's purposes, if you go ahead and set up that camera for us, and if you could maybe YouTube Live, so that way you can't edit anything. Just go ahead and set it up and just broadcast to the world you putting this thing back together. That would be helpful. That would be a move of self-care for me. I'm just kidding.
Y'all, when I set it up, I promise you I won't be mic'd up. so we can air it.
I love it. Well, Father of the Year over there, CP. Well, this was just a brief episode to hopefully get our listeners thinking. So the question to you as a listener, what are you going to do this week to get away from your sport, to get away from, if you're not a part of a sport right now, if you're a teacher here at Ridgeview or wherever, doing whatever, what is something that you can do to get away, recharge a little bit so that you can come back at the end of this break and be fresh? We love and we care about you. We want to challenge you, and we want to challenge you to grow. Obviously, we talk about that a lot around here with our next level mission statement. So use this week to grow a little bit and learn a little bit more about yourself. That's our encouragement to you. CP, any final thoughts, man?
Oh, yeah. Hey, get out the house. Do something you enjoy. Love on the people around you. And get recharged so we can finish this year out strong.
That's right. Well, CP, I love it. Always love sitting here with you. We'll be back with you for another episode on this coming Monday. This is an episode that I can't wait to record it with you. It's going to be exciting to talk about being a good teammate, and also a deeper dive on what's it really mean to be genuinely interested in those that you're working around, coaching with, all that. So that's going to be a great one. But we'll see you back here on Monday, Next Level Podcast. Thank you all, everybody, for listening. Leave us a rating and review, and we'll see you here next week.